All right, so what I want you to do right now, once your stuff is out of your pockets that you're not worried about, we're not gonna be rolling around on the ground yet, but that's a good idea to do. I want you to grab your eyes and ears because, of course, when we say nobody fire right now, that's the time when somebody does stupid things.
Today's video brought to you by New Way Ford. New Way helps people all over the country find the right new or used car at the best price with incredible service. We bought Mrs. Asp's 2021 Bronco Sport from New Way, and I'm a satisfied customer. If you see me rolling in my New Way Ford F-150, come say hi and let New Way give you a quote on your next vehicle purchase.
I'm the guy who gets in trouble who says, listen, here out on the range, you're gonna have all kinds of time where you're reloading your gun. In a private citizen gunfight, you're never gonna reload your gun. So if you wanna wear spares, great. I tend to stuff mine in my pocket just because that works easiest. Grab your eyes and ears and meet me down at the 3-yard line. Okay, on the 3-yard line, please. So that's the chair to the barrel. Make room for everybody. You don't need a target. You're not gonna actually shoot nothing.
There's room down here for you.
Okay. So, BA, are you in a box right now?
Yep.
Okay, so everyone else stand by. You go ahead and put that gun in a holster.
No, it's
Great, put it on your person. Especially because it's got a magazine in it. That's the order that we needed to do that. Okay, everybody on the line has a gun on them now at this point. I want you to safely draw your firearm when I tell you and unload it and show it clear. Go ahead. No shooting. Safely draw your firearm, drop the magazine out, jack your round out, let it fall to the ground, show your buddy next to you that it's clear. Look with your eyes and your fingers. Look with fingers. There's a finger, that's an empty gun. Okay, clear. Go ahead and safely holster. Once you've done that, safely holster once you're checked. There's clear, go ahead, safely holster. Okay, clear and clear, safely holster, you're back in the holster. Okay, are all the guns holstered? If your gun's in the holster, let me see your hands in the air. All right, go ahead and step off the line, pick up anything you need to off the line. The range gnomes will eat your ammo if you don't pick it up. Okay, now you got a clear gun. I just want to practice a few things clear first. We're gonna practice a few things that are dry fire, just so that you get some basics, okay? So, first thing that I'm gonna teach you is how to shoot when your body is not in natural alignment, because that will screw you up. So it's a very simple thing. So generally speaking, remember, if you've had me for any kind of firearms instruction, you know that we talk about head, shoulders, knees, and toes, or if you're even a fan of Extra, you've seen this. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes pointed at the target, body standing like a normal human doing normal human things, posture in postural alignment, so you're just kind of facing straight forward. Bring the gun up to you because this is your optimal shooting position. Cool. That's the standard shooting position. However, we will at times be in non-standard shooting positions. So an easy non-standard shooting position is something like maybe this camera rig that I have here, and for whatever reason, I choose not to slide my feet, and instead I simply move myself around it. So this is simply a bent over position. And it, on the one hand, it's going to feel like, whoa, what just happened? The gun, because there's a number of things that go down here, okay? This is a blue piece of plastic. It looks like a gun. It is not a gun. It cannot be loaded. It cannot be fired. It does not, the only time it can hurt you is if I whack you upside the head with it, okay? So we can do things with this that we could never do with another thing, right? So I'm gonna have my intrepid senior instructor, Adam, up here, our senior rank. So when he drives the gun out there and he has that, just standing up normally and straight. So this is a big, strong man. Look at all these forearm muscles. Ooh, he looks like he's a forearm model. Guy is a beast. Feel all that. He's so strong here, right? So now when I turn him and I posture him over to the side, and he is still a big, strong man, but I want you to see, even a guy this strong, see how it starts to affect him a little bit? See how it starts to make him? So now if I do this and he drives it out here and stands straight up, and I say, okay, I'm gonna move this guy around. I want you to not let me do that. He's strong. Now I twist him over on the side and I go, don't let me do that. Do you feel a difference?
Twice as much.
Yeah, it's a big difference because I lose the stability in my spine. Now, what do I still have to do here? I still have to grip the gun, I still have to sight the gun, and I still have to trigger the gun. With a mantra at ASP, thank you very much, my friend. Grip is the master, sight set the pace, trigger is the servant. Grip is the master, sight set the pace, trigger is the servant. So all we're gonna do on this first iteration is I want you to experience it in dry fire a little bit. And we're gonna get to the line. We're gonna experience this that we're used to, bang, bang, click, 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 click. And then both sides, I want you to do a couple things. Now, I'm not sure that all of you will be able to see it. So come on out here, and I just want to describe the technique to you. You do realize that shooting is a martial art, right?
Yeah.
It's martial arts, is what it is. Not recognizing that has held us back a long way, okay? So if I'm head, shoulders, knees, and toes towards the target, which foot is back? Okay, cool. I'm also gonna make you shoot opposite. It's honestly though, if I shoot, so experience this right now. So set up like you're gonna shoot, head, shoulders, knees, and toes pointed to the target. Now I want you to look at your feet right now, because most people are doing either this, I do this because this is a tendency that I have because I'm overweight. And so fat guys tend to pronate outward, and that's what they tend to do. What I tend to see people do when they get into shooting positions as well, they step that strong side foot back, open their hips up, and blade it away. This is a mistake, okay? Anybody here, so my jiu-jitsu guys, right? If I can get somebody's hips turned away from them when we're in the standing game, am I winning or is he winning? I'm winning, right? So the second I can get his hips turned away from me, we're going for a ride. Thank you, friend, okay? So I don't want to do that. So what I want to do is just point my toes at the target, okay? Cool. Now, put my finger gun up here. Don't take a real gun out, okay? Finger gun, that feels good. Now, with your toes pointed at the target, switch your feet. What changed? Nothing. Come on. It feels a little weird, but did anything change in your ability to grip the gun and get the gun in front of you? So we're going to experience that. Now, okay, so if I'm back to my regular position, because that's what I feel good in and all that stuff, going to experience the first one as we go up there and do a little bit of dry fire. But now, if I am going to lean one side or the other, when it comes time to lean, the reason that I want to do that foot change first is generally the side that I lean to, if I can, I want that foot forward. I won't always get that, but if I'm leaning on the side of my back foot, what I end up having to do is kind of sit down into it a little bit more. Whereas if I'm leaning into my front foot, I tend to lean over it a little bit more and put my knee over my toes a little bit more. That gives me a little bit better stability. So what I have to do here is, you notice on this foot that my knee is in front of my back foot because I've stepped it back. In order to get most of my weight on that foot, I have to shift my weight back to that, and that gets to be difficult for people. You'll start to really feel that in your hamstrings, okay? So when we're gonna lean first to our support side, which for all of you is this way, is it lefties? Okay, one correct-handed person, okay? So you're going that other way, okay, fine. Is when I go to that support side, here's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna load my foot and put my knee over my toes here, and that lets me have stability to be centered over my weight here while I turn my body to the side. Now, do I have to send the gun sideways here? Can I keep the gun up and get it in front of my face? That really depends on what you've got. Adam?
And that's not driving the knee beyond the toe. I'm watching a couple of you driving the knee beyond the toe. If you do that, you're out of stability. You're just getting the knee to about where the front of the toe is.
Yeah. You can actually, I want you to feel that here before we get out there and do it. If I set my foot and I get my knee out in front of my toe, just feel how much pressure there is on your knee. Can you feel how much pressure there is? Back off until you feel, nope, I'm solid and stable over that. That's your correct technique. And now I can turn this way and get around the outside, turn the gun this way if I need to and get around the outside, okay? Now, switch your feet so that you're on that support side, okay? And now that same thing, put my knee kind of over my toe. I can feel when it gets too far, bring it back into a good, stable position, bend, and I gotta turn my spine this way. Here's the thing for you to challenge yourself with. How far can I get my spine over here and still stay within my feet? We're just gonna come to here because A, we're shooting pygmies, and eventually we're gonna get down on them pygmies, and so for right now, we'll just stay a little bit away from them. B, we're gonna go, for right now, we're gonna go for a line of 6 and a line of 7, okay? Because we only have 11 targets. We're not putting holes in them right now anyhow, so it doesn't really matter, okay? So for right now, what I want you to do first is we are going to just feel that lean a little bit. So I want you to feel what the gun feels like and in dry fire so that we've got those in a good position. So I'm gonna show you real quick so you can come in on me if you'd like. And when I demonstrate this stuff, so come on, come here, okay? So I'm gonna go from this position. Joe, would you tell me what you see in this gun?
Clear. Clear.
Okay, thank you. Again, for anybody who's a firearms instructor, right? You notice I asked him a very particular question. I did not ask him if the gun was clear. I asked him, what'd you see? The reason I asked him, what'd you see? I don't want to prejudice his answer. What do you see there? Not a leading question. And I know some people are like, God, John, that gun looks like crap. You know why? Because I shoot the crap out of it. So it looks like crap. That's all right. This is about to go get some major maintenance on it. All the Cerakote is just about gone on this gun. So I'm going to start here, get my good shooting position, head up high, get a good feel that and see it. Yep, there it is. Good. This is my normal. Get a couple dry presses. Yep, great. Now I'm going to switch my feet. What changed here? Nothing. Great. Okay, we'll do that as our first iteration. Then we'll have our second iteration. Okay, this is my normal shooting stance. I'm gonna set my foot over my knee a little bit. Maybe even feel, nope, that's too far. There I am. And now I'm gonna get over the side and see it again. Grip the gun, see the sights, press the trigger and see if I can keep my sights where I want them. Reset. Good. I have a tendency, and I'm going to tell you, you guys might have seen it. I have a tendency that when I get over like this, I tend to push my neck forward. And that will make me even weaker. So if you find yourself doing that, like I tend to do that, try to fight it. So the way that I fight that is, I set it over, get myself there, and then feel, where's my tension that I don't need it? There it is. There's my head where it should be. And I can do that now and keep my fighting posture. Okay, cool. Switch to the other side. All right, there's that. Feel that on my knees. Man, my knees are shot right now. Woo! Holy Moses, my knees are shot. All right, good, got it. Relax my neck a little bit. Lean over and get it. There I am. Still got everything, relax. The one thing that you'll start noticing when you start doing it too, it'll change your grip pressures. It'll change how much strength you have available in the hands. And I want you to just feel that in your dry stuff. Now, when it comes time to holster, we are not running a holstering and compromised shooting positions class. Before we holster every time, I want you to come up to a regular position, reset to your standard shooting position, take a deep breath. I'm done doing the thing. Cool. Bring the gun back to me, clear my cover garment, visually see, yep. Staple my thumb to me, finger is high end in the register, tap the outside of my holster, forward, safely into the holster. Okay, nice, slow, deliberate, careful. Okay, well, my keywords for holstering a firearm: slowly, carefully, reluctantly holster. There's no race into the holster. Particularly, you start doing stuff in compromised positions and people's minds get a little goofy. They go, oh, bam, and they put that holster in there hard, and then the emergency medical plan comes out. We don't want that. Okay, line number one, cover down on a target. Right where you are is good. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do, and I'm going to run you as a line through all four of those positions, right? I just want you to safely draw your firearm, and then I want you to get a few dry reps in your normal, feeling good, stable position. Go ahead. You dot folk should be making sure that your dot is stable as possible. You iron-sided folk should be shifting manual transmissions and living without air conditioning.
That's what I do. I have no AC in my manual that I
Whew. Whew. Look at a dotted pasta blaster. Somebody's had a gun at Ernest's house. I swear to God, it looks like somebody stuck a barn on top of a Beretta. All right, safely, carefully, and reluctantly holster. Safely, carefully, reluctantly holster. Okay, now from your normal position. Yeah, look that in there, Joe. From your normal position, set up in your normal shooting position. Go ahead, set up in your normal without the gun in your hand. Set up in your normal stance that you're gonna stand. Will, I want you to point your feet at the target. Okay, whenever I tell you to put your toes at the target, generally speaking, I'm gonna step forward to the line. When a lot of people are like this, and if I say point your toes at the target, you can either move your toes in, but what did that do to the width of my stance? It narrowed it, or it's much better, kick your heels out. and that'll widen your stance a little bit and make you point at the target. Okay, once you've got all that, I want you, do you shoot from a pure ISO stance? Or do you normally step a foot back? Straight ISO stance, okay. I want you to are you right-handed? Okay, I want you to, everybody step back with your left foot. So now you're in a left-footed stance, and it feels all weird, right? Now I want you to point your toes at the target. I want you to safely draw your firearm, make sure that your hips are pointed at the target and your shoulders are pointed at the target, and get a couple of reps in as well. Go ahead. Now again, point your hips and your shoulders at the target. So can you feel, Dan, that your hips, see, you're pointed this way.
Okay.
Okay, so kick this, there you go. And feel how that turned your hips in? So now your hips are pointed at the target. So same thing here. See how look at where your foot is pointed. See how far out that is? Kick that, there you go.
Okay.
And that'll turn your hips towards your target.
Okay.
Look at, I already screwed you up with one little thing.